Why Richard the Lionheart did not want to rule England. Richard I, also known as the Lionheart, was an odd character. He didn't want to have anything to do with England. He spoke no English and spent his early years in France. When he reluctantly became king, Richard almost bankrupted his country. Nevertheless, he's one of the most famous English kings. This is how it happened. Richard was born in 1157 to Henry II and Eleanor of Aquitaine. His eldest brother Henry was the heir to the throne. Richard grew up speaking Anglo-Norman French, the language of the elites. He never expected to become king, so he moved to Europe, living in his mother's court in Aquitaine. Before reaching adulthood, Richard was already Duke of Aquitaine and Count of Poitiers. He co-ruled these territories with his mother. In 1773, Richard and his brothers rebelled against their father. Eleanor supported them, but Henry II prevailed, sending his wife to prison. His sons were spared after they asked forgiveness. But 10 years later, Richard's brother Henry died. This meant Richard was now the heir to the throne. His father wanted to give Aquitaine to his younger brother, John, but Richard wanted to stay the Duke of Aquitaine forever. He went to war against his father, seeking help from the French king. After losing some battles, Henry fell ill and died in 1189. Richard was crowned King of England, but he still had no interest in ruling England, so he decided to go on a crusade to retake Jerusalem from the Muslims. Henry had been planning to go there himself before his death. He had even instituted a special tax to fund the fight against Saladin. Known as the Saladin tithe, it was already hard on the people of England, but Richard went much further. After plundering the treasury, he started selling off royal estate. He sold castles, land, and offices. In less than a year, he had enough funds to raise a fleet and an army. In 1190, the newly crowned king left England for the Holy Land. For 2 years, he fought in various battles, proving himself a capable military leader. The Third Crusade never did manage to recapture Jerusalem, but Richard returned to England triumphant. It took him 2 more years to get back to London. He was captured and imprisoned by his enemies in Europe. After paying the Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI a huge ransom, Richard was released. He staged a second coronation in England to reclaim his authority, but once again, he only spent less than a month there. Soon, he left for Normandy to fight King Philip II, his former ally. For the next 5 years, Richard was at war with Philip. He never once returned to England. In the spring of 1199, Richard was laying siege to a castle. A boy shot him with a crossbow bolt. As Richard lay dying, the boy was captured and brought to him. He expected to be executed, but Richard forgave him, saying, "Live on, and by my bounty behold the light of day." He ordered the boy to be freed and sent away with 100 shillings. Richard died on April 6 in the arms of his mother. His death was later referred to as the lion by the ant was slain. Richard's heart was buried at Rouen in Normandy. As Richard had no legitimate heirs, he was succeeded by his brother, John,